Let's welcome Jason Trennert, Chairman and CEO of Strategas Research Partners, a Baird company. I'm fascinated by, good to see you. I'm fascinated by you. I'm always fascinated. But you point out that in the last 15 years, we've had a grand total of 2 months in recession.
That's right.
Which gives us the idea that we have managed the business cycle and learned how to do that, which is, we know that's impossible, probably.
Agreed.
So let's look somewhere else for why we've been able to do that. Could be perennial, nonstop QE and perennial, nonstop deficit spending, which gives us this sense that we've done it. But that all seems to be setting up for a day of reckoning because you can't do it that way.
I agree. I feel I'm very skeptical of social engineering, and I think QE is one of the greatest sources of social engineering or greatest examples of that I've ever seen. I think it misallocates capital, and it also makes it very difficult. Very difficult for regular people. Regular people get zero on their savings for 12 years. Where people with leveraged investments like private equity crush it. That's not fair. And I think it's also one of the reasons I feel very strongly about this, one of the reasons why Donald Trump was elected 8 years ago, because there's a general sense that these policies are not working for average people. So, it looks like we've managed the business cycle, but we've been doing it with massive government deficits and government spending, which we can't afford. No one likes to see recessions. But if you believe in free markets, recessions are a necessary part of the business cycle, which resets things and allows for creative destruction and productivity.
Part of the problem is the deeper we get into this, the more people who have made big bets on never having a recession, the louder they scream anytime there's any risk of something like that and basically demand help from the Fed bailing them out or somebody else along the way.
Amen. And that's the problem with meddling is once you start, you can't get the toothpaste back in the tube, right? Once you start meddling in the economy, it generally tends to lead to more meddling. But also, it is a very poor way of allocating resources. I don't believe in small groups of unelected people, particularly unelected people with PhDs, making decisions for 330 million people. I'd much rather have the 330 million people make their own decisions about what's best.
So a big part of it is the elected officials who are doing what the people want, which is to make sure they keep giving them, more taxes and bigger handout.
There are certain voices that speak more loudly.
You don't want to go in this administration then. I don't know whether you are, but what a horrible time to perhaps have to face these things. So you point out, we've been in a late expansion phase of the economy for a long time. It makes it hard to invest because capital is not being allocated, right? Should the Trump administration rip the Band-Aid off and go cold turkey on all this? What would that feel like? Is that what DOGE is going to do?
No, but listen, I think, first of all, DOGE, in my opinion, is one of the most exciting things that's come out of Washington in a long time. Simpson-Bowles is interesting, but it was a very big government type of inside the beltway type of approach to this. This is the real thing with people that are real people that have managed. For people that just want to do spending,
not revenue, this is the way to go.
Well, this is, to me, this isn't easy. I don't want to say it's easy, but it's a much more sensible. It seems like it would bring on
austerity and the recession you're talking about.
Austerity for Washington, D.C., but not for the rest of us, not for the taxpayers, right? And the idea that we're taxed too much or that you're not paying enough in taxes or that our own income is some sort of dispensation from the government is crazy to me. Yeah. Washington, D.C. is the only city that has basically had never has a recession. As a matter of fact, when recessions come, it tends to grow. Its power grows.
More people are there lobbying for more money to come their way.
Precisely. So this administration, I'm very excited for this administration. I think I've been talking to institutional investors the last several weeks.
It sounds like tough medicine, Jason.
Well, no, I think you can manage it.